Hey everybody, it's the Nitty Professor. I'm here with Paris the cat, and during this video I'm going to look at the differences and similarities between the Iron Ranger standard copper rough and tough boot and the Iron Ranger Riders Room 4331 special model. And one of the reasons why I want to do this, well, these boots are popular, and the Riders Room 4331 is tough to get, and I asked myself, so Red Wing made improvements in that boot, and why don't they incorporate those improvements into all the Iron Rangers? You know, like, how hard would it be? And because the price tag on those Rider Rims boots isn't that much higher, it might be like $50, but wouldn't it be worth it to the wearers to have Iron Ranger that's even that much better? So we'll take a look here. I've got, I don't know if I could try to mount, let's see. Try to put these on the box. Got the copper rough stuff here. Look out, Paris. Yeah, no, don't move the camera, honey. So yeah, perfect. And here are the Riders Room. So those are the two boots that we're looking at. So yeah, go on. You can pass on by. Walk on by. There we go. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. You're kind of, yeah. Go play in the box, Paris. Okay. There we go. So cats, they're, yeah, constant presence in here. So very similar, right? The construction, you can see right away, obviously they're both Iron Rangers. This is the copper rough and tough leather, this is the black harness leather schmether. I mean, obviously all the Iron Rangers are made out of different leathers, so you get to pick the one that you want. And I feel like, you know, if you look from the top, the similarities are great. Now I do believe that, I don't know, it almost looks like the cap toe on the copper rough and tough is, I don't know, just a tad bit longer than the cap toe here, but then I'm looking at the you know, this area, and I think the distance is actually pretty comparable. So I think the welt's the same, 270 degree Goodyear welt. I saw on a Reddit post somewhere that this had the champagne welt. Now, I don't know what that means. If you know what that means, give me a heads up. The Riders Room comes with two pairs of laces, so you get the leather, but you also got the synthetic laces. And it strikes me that the construction differences, so if we look at the back, we don't see a whole lot of differences. Maybe the copper rough and tough seems, I guess it's the same height, so we're looking at the same height. Hey, doggy. They're trying to get in their toys back there. So the construction in the back seems the same. We've got different thread going on. So we have your contrasting white thread, but the triple stitch is the same. This is, it's like a more subdued look, which I kind of like. You know, it's like more harmonious. I think aesthetically, the stitching on the black boot is a little more appealing than having this standout white stitching. So that's kind of neither here or there. I think the hardware is the same on the two boots as far as, you know, the quality, the size, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, you're dealing with an Iron Ranger. They're both Iron Rangers. So where are the differences besides the stitching and the look and stuff like that? So I think the biggest differences are in the midsole and the sole. So if we take a look at this, we've got the Chemi Gum outsole and a pretty reasonable midsole, which I'm going to assume is vegetable tan leather, versus here we don't have that midsole and we have the Vibram mini lug. So if we look at the soles, there we go. Now I've read a little bit about this Chemi Gum sole. My understanding is it's also a Vibram product, and the Chemi Gum makes the rubber more slip resistant and also less prone to get hard in cold weather, which to me is huge. So like, is the expense that great of changing out the sole? Like, why couldn't we have the Chemi Gum sole, or at least like maybe an option, you know, on the regular Iron Rangers? I think that'd be cool, because I find that this mini lug sole, it gets super hard in the winter, and then it's almost too slick. Even though it says oil resisting on here, so I don't know what the content is as far as the differential between the two. And this says oil resisting too, so apparently they both have that quality. But the Chemigum sole is it's just a hair softer, so it's just a little bit more. I mean, if I feel especially along the edges, I can almost squeeze it just a hair. You know, it's not like a Christie sole or something like that. Whereas on this sole, it's just a little bit harder. So I'm not sure. It'd be interesting to know, like, if you have some insights into the chemical composition of these two soles and why this Mini-Lux sole is arguably just a hair lower quality than the Chemigum sole. I would be really interested in knowing that. Now, personally, I like a flatter sole with fewer lugs because it just sheds less dirt when I walk inside, and I'm not the kind of person who takes off my shoes the moment I get into the house. We don't live in a germ-free environment around here, and I actually have read and heard and learned that it's good for your immune system to expose yourself to a lot of pets and to, you know, modest amount of dust and dirt, because guess what? It primes your immune system on a regular basis. So no, we don't take off our shoes when we come inside. Plus, it's too much work for this old woman to get her boots on and off. Once I get them on, they're on. And yeah, so this sole is nice. I mean, I see some dirt on there. I don't think that's going to come off. It's probably dog too. But anyhow, whereas with the lug sole, it's just going to pick up more, and then it's likely to shed. Like, I get little chunks of mud and stuff like that dropping off in the middle of the living room because it dried on there, and, you know, I wasn't aware of it. So anyhow, the midsole, I think, could we say that that's the biggest improvement of this boot over the standard Iron Ranger? And, you know, it makes it a lot more comfortable to walk around in, because you've just got one more layer of let's call it insulation, yes, but also shock absorption between your foot and the ground. And I also find that really comfortable. So I don't, you know, it'd be interesting to know the thought process of the guys in Hamburg at the Riders Room store that kind of conceived of this model. But I don't know, what do you think? I mean, when a bootmaker comes up with this kind of improvements and then they don't integrate it into their standard model, I just find myself asking why. So maybe they're just trying to keep the price low, keep it accessible that way. But it kind of makes me feel like I would want to wait around for the next really good IR model before I bought that boot again, because it's like, now I know the difference. I know that these are better and they're more comfortable, probably more durable, because there's just more to them, especially when it comes to the sole. So, you know, I bought these recently. I'm kind of thinking to myself, this might be the last pair of regular Iron Rangers that I buy. I'll just keep waiting around until they come up with another new and improved model like this one, because it truly is new and improved. So let me know your thoughts. I'm curious. Maybe you know of other boots that Red Wing has sort of improved via a special model. This is 24th anniversary celebration of Riders Room that they put together. Actually, it was about 3 or 4 years ago. Had trouble getting it out for obvious reasons. But yeah, I'd be curious what your thoughts are on this whole question. I appreciate your tuning in. Like and subscribe as always. I love your comments, and I hope you have a wonderful day. From me and Paris, ciao.